Hi, I'm Bett Bollhoefer, and this is a 45-minute kick your butt class. We're going to work every single muscle group: chaturanga, shoulders, hips, squatting, chair pose, balance. It's all here. So if you're ready for a really hard, challenging class, get set to take this one. So you need 2 blocks, a belt, a yoga blanket. Good luck. Let's come into a comfortable seated pose. Close your eyes. And then let's go ahead and check in with our emotional state today. Just see how we're feeling. And then let's check in with our mental pattern, see if there's anything going on in our head. We'll set an intention. Bring our hands together. We'll start with an Om. Inhale. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna do a more physical kind of challenging class today. So let's go ahead and clear our mat of our blanket. We're gonna come around into a cat-cow. If you wanna put your blanket under your knees, go ahead. So we're gonna start off doing a regular cat-cow, so dropping the head towards the tilting tailbone, pelvic bone. So that's your exhale position. And then slowly inhale, unfurl your tailbone, lift your head. And then just moving slowly with your breath, tucking the tailbone, dropping the head, lifting the belly. And then inhaling, lifting the head, looking up, exhale. So move at your own pace. Long, smooth breath through the nose. Now we're going to make this a little bit more of a flow. So take your hands and walk them one hand breath forward. And then we're going to come back into a child's pose, leaning our hips way back. And then we're going to inch our nose along the floorboard all the way through to the middle of our hands. And then we're going to sweep up into an upward dog, inhaling. And then we're going to push back into a child's pose. So the flow is going child's pose, rubbing the nose along the floor in between the forearms into the hands, and then lifting once our shoulders are right above our hands, then lifting up into an upward dog. Doesn't have to be the biggest upward dog of our life. Pushing back into a child's pose, and then just go through this flow at your own pace. So we're getting a little bit of a warm up and some shoulder work here. Look up, exhale back. All right, let's just do one more. And then let's push ourselves back into downward dog instead of child's pose. So come into a downward dog, hips are up in the sky. You can come up on your tiptoes, lift the tailbone high, inhaling, and then exhale, let your heels come down. And let's pedal the legs to give our hamstrings a nice little stretch. Breathing long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. All right, one more deep breath. And then let's roll into a plank. And we're going to hold a plank for 5 deep breaths. So make sure that your butt is not in the sky. Make sure you have a nice long line between your head and your heels. Push up between the shoulder blades. All right, let's just do one more breath. And then let's bring the right foot through the hands. And then keeping the left knee up, inhale up into a tall runner's lunge. And now we're going to do 5 deep breaths holding this runner's lunge. You can either look up through the hands or straight forward. One more. And then bring the hands down on either side of the right foot. Step back into your plank. We're going to hold for 5 breaths. And 5. And now we're going to bring the left foot forward in between the hands. And then keep the right knee up, lift up into a raised runner's lunge. Look up or look straight. 5 deep breaths. And 5. And then we're going to step forward with our right foot into a chair pose. So our arms are right next to our ears and our hands are stretching, our fingers are stretching, our knees are bent, our tailbone is dropping. 5 deep breaths. Four and 5. So we're going to bend forward. And we don't have to straighten the knees all the way. Grab the elbows. You can widen your feet a little bit and then just ragdoll. Hang. And then from here, we're going to do a little flow. So taking the right hand down to the left foot, bending the right knee, lift the left hand into the sky, inhale up. Exhale the left hand down, touch the right foot, bend the left knee, lift the right hand into the sky. And just go back and forth at your own pace. All right, one more on each side. And then you can straighten your legs as much as feels safe. You can put your hands on blocks. If you feel like your hamstrings are still a little tight, you can put your hands on blocks. And we're doing a little hamstring stretch. So letting your head just hang. Let the hamstrings straighten as much as feels safe. Don't over straighten. You can even keep a little micro bend in the knees. Letting your heart rate settle down. All right, one more deep breath. And then keep your hands on blocks. We're going to do squats. So we're going to do 10 squats. So we're going to just drop the tailbone down, bending the knees deeply. That's 1. Up, down. 2. Remember to breathe. Inhaling up. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then inhale up. And then, let's keep our hands on the blocks and we'll do a little flow with our spine. So what we're going to do is inhale up with a flat back, then exhale, forward fold. Come as low as you can. You can keep the knees bent a little bit, and then inhale up with a flat back. And then exhale, forward fold. You can exhale through the mouth. Inhale up with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. So here we're working the hamstrings, inhaling up. You can even shake your head a little bit at the bottom. Inhaling up. You can blow by your lips a little bit. All right, one more. All right, grab your blocks and we're going to come up, roll up very slowly, grabbing both blocks. Okay, let's stand with our blocks in our hands. You can even close the eyes, just stand into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel our heart beating. All right, one more deep breath. And then softly open the eyes. We're going to take the block, put it in between our inner thighs at the very top, and we're going to squeeze that block. Then we're going to take the other block in between our hands on the side, and we're going to lift the block up and then exhale it down. So we're squeezing in between the thighs and between our hands. So we're starting to get more into the upper body, strengthening. You can also do a little back bend when you get to the top. Look up. So trace the block between your hands with your eyes the whole way. Squeezing, the elbows are straight. We're working the legs and the arms. Watch the block the whole way up, nice and smooth. Okay, next time you come all the way up, I want you to come into the chair pose, bending your knees. And then inhale up. And then let's come back down into chair pose. We're just going to do 5 chairs. Inhaling up. Exhale down. I want you to squeeze the block between the hands and their thighs. That's 2. 3, 4, squeeze, 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 and 5. And then come up. Whew. All right, let's let the blocks go down onto the ground and stand in mountain pose, feeling our heart beating. Just close the eyes and rest. So try to slow down your breath a little bit. Let's bring back the mouth exhale. So inhaling for 4 through the nose. Exhale through pursed lips. Long deep breath through the mouth. Inhale for 4 through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Through the mouth. Last one. Awesome. All right, we're going to now take our belt and we're going to wrap it. So take the one hand next to the belt buckle and just like this, a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, great. So now we're going to work some shoulders. So we're going to start off with going straight up, inhaling up, and let's again, we're looking at it. So now we'll notice we're using the same muscles, but we're now pulling. Then we're exhaling down. The slower you go and the more you pull, the harder you're working. Looking at the belt the whole way up, little back bend, exhale down. Inhale up. Little back bend, exhale down. The elbows are completely straight and you're going very slowly. All right, let's do one more. Looking at the belt the whole way up. And once you get to the very top, we're going to then bring the belt behind our head. I'm just going to come down so you can see better. So coming down behind the head. When I get down, I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together. I'm going to come up close. I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then I'm inhaling up. I'm pulling the belt the whole way, exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So I'm just coming up close so you can see. You can just continue to stand, whatever is fine. I'm really squeezing the shoulder blades. My elbows are straight at the top, and then I'm pulling apart the whole way down. One more. And then exhale down. Okay, let's just give our hands a break. So go ahead and shake out the hands. This is a hard class, huh? Oh my gosh. Do you know yoga teachers are a little bit wicked? Did you know that? Little karate chops. And let's do this little wrist motion and just open up the wrist, because that's a lot of work on the wrists. Man, you guys didn't know I had a sadistic side, did you? Okay, we're gonna grab the belt. Again, we're gonna do one more thing with the belt. So what we're gonna do is bring the belt behind us, okay? So taking the belt buckle really close in one hand, okay? So that way you don't hit yourself with it. And then again, width of our shoulders. So then we're going to inhale the arms away, Exhale them down. So I'm trying to keep my back pretty straight this whole way up. And then down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. So we're working the rotator cuff. All right, one more. And now we're going to lift it all the way out and we're going to forward fold. We're going to drop the hands towards the floor over our head. And we're going to rest. This is a little bit of a rest pose. So let's deeply breathe. You can bend the knees a lot and let your torso sit on the thighs. All right, one more deep breath. And then go ahead and roll up slowly. Let's go ahead and drop the belt and stand into Tadasana again, feeling our heartbeat. So close the eyes. Let's bring back our breath work. So in for 4 through the nose. Out through the mouth through pursed lips. You can almost make a whistling sound. In for 4. Out through the mouth. In for 4. Let's do one more. And let your breath return to normal and feel your heart beating. All right, softly open the eyes. We're going to do a little bit of standing poses with our legs. So we've been working the arms a little bit and our legs have had a break. So now it's time to work the legs. So let's stand at the top of our mat. We're going to take a big step back with our left leg into a smaller warrior 2. Okay, so bend the right knee. And what we're going to do is this little fun flow. At least I think it's fun. So what we're going to do is turn the left foot up and then come into a little lunge and then bring it back. Okay? So the right knee stays bent the whole time and then we're rotating the left foot, bending the left knee down, almost touching the ground but not quite, and then lifting it up. Okay? So we're just going to do 5 of them. So don't worry. We're not going to be here forever. So what we're going to do is bring the arms out and then bring them forward, bring them out. So keep that right knee straight. I'm sorry. Keep that right knee bent the whole time. Okay, I think that was 4, and the last one. And then 5. Whew. Let's bring both all the toes forward. Let's do a forward fold to just rest after that very hard little modified warrior 2. You can put your hands on blocks or your forearms on blocks. Let your head hang. Breathing long, deep breaths through the nose. All right, inhale up. And now we're going to turn the left toes out, and the right foot will be in this little lunge pose. So it's a little bit shorter than a normal warrior two. So now let's bend the left knee, and we're gonna do this little flow, inhaling arms up, and then exhale, the right hand arm comes across, we bend the right knee down, inhale, open, exhale, cross the body. The knee almost touches, that's 2. Only doing 5, it's not gonna be forever. 3, 4, and 5, and then inhale up, bring all the toes back forward, again, forward fold. So really let your head drop. You can open the legs a lot wider if that feels good. Put your forearms on blocks. Let your head hang and breathe. All right, inhale up. Bring the feet together and heel toe in. And then we're gonna take our blocks, bring them to the top of our mat, and we'll do a little flow for the hamstrings and the psoas. So you can bring both knees together in the middle of the mat, bring the right foot forward into a lunge. We're gonna inhale looking up, exhale, forward fold over the hamstring. We're just gonna flow back and forth. You can go at your own pace. Then bring the right foot back to meet the left. Then bring the left foot up into a lunge, inhaling forward, really getting a nice psoas stretch. Exhale, forward fold over the left. All right, last one. Awesome. All right, we're going to come back up to standing and work on balance. So you can set one of your blocks into the middle of your mat. We're going to do eagle pose. So let's start with eagle on our right foot. So we're going to bring the block right outside the right foot. Okay. So eagle pose has 2 options with our arms. So you can either have your arm captured like this, or you can bring the hands together. Okay, so either one. So let's come onto the right foot, and you can either have the left foot touch the block, or you can wrap the toes around. So that's going to be depending on how tight you are or many other factors. So pick which option, and then we're going to take the arms out. Let's take the left arm across, capture it with the right, and then either bring the hands together or leave them here. Once you're in position, we're going to squat down and breathe. So let's do 5 deep breaths, lifting the elbows up, pushing the hands away from our face. Really squat down. All right, last breath. And then push yourself up, open the arms. Let the legs come out. Let's do big circles with the arms just to loosen up the shoulders, and then the reverse. And And then before we go to the other side, let's just stand in Tadasana for a moment, feeling our heartbeat. And feel a difference on our sides. All right, softly open the eyes. Let's smooth the block over next to the left foot. And remember your options. You can either wrap the right foot all the way around or just touch the toes under the block. Once you have your option, open up the arms. And then let's bring the right arm across, capture it with the left, or bring the hands together. Sink down, lift the elbows as high as you can so you can get full range of motion. Push the hands away and really sink down and squeeze everything. Inhale, we're doing 5 deep breaths here. And 5. And slowly come up, unfurl the arms, and then fly. Fly, my little eagles. So let's do big arm circles with the arms going forward. And then big circles going back. Okay, and then let's just swing, swing, swing. And then let's just shake out the legs too. Oh my goodness. We're gonna come on down and work on some abs. So let's all come down and we're gonna work on more fun things. So we're gonna lay on our belly. Let me make sure you can still see me. So we're gonna lay on our belly. Okay. Yes, just take a look at me before you do anything. So we're going to do, we're gonna be lifting the legs one at a time. We're gonna have our hands on our sacrum, and then we're going to take the right arm out and the left leg is gonna lift. And then we're gonna bring the right arm back, and then we're gonna take the left arm out and lift the right leg, okay? So we're gonna be alternating, lifting the leg and the alternate arm. And whenever you're ready, you can join me in this super fun. Exhaling the arm back, inhaling open, exhale back. If you can, with space, keep your arms straight. You may have to move blocks and things out of the way. All right, let's just do one more on each side. And then just lay on your belly and rest. You can shake out your hips. All right, one more deep breath, and then we're going to lift everything up into Superman. So Superman is similar to what we just did, and if Superman's too hard for you, you can do exactly the same thing we just did again. But Superman, we're going to be lifting our arms straight up and our legs straight up, okay? Just 5 deep breaths. Ready, set, go. 4 and 5, and then let everything drop. You can make a pillow with your hands and rest. You can shake out your hips. Rest, rest, rest. All right, one more deep breath. And now, if you feel like you can do it, we're going to do bow pose. But if you feel like it's just not going to happen today, you can go back to Superman or the one before. But if you want to try this, we're going to bend our knees and grab our ankles and inhale up. Lifting the chest, lifting the legs, squeezing the knees together, just 5 deep breaths. Ready? 4 and 5. Whoo! And let everything rest. Shake out the hips. Let your forehead take a little nap on your hands. All right, we're going to flip over and do a little bit of back release before our Shavasana. So come on over onto your back and we'll do a happy baby. So grab the outside of the feet and we're just going to rock. Release any tension from the lower back. And then we're going to do little somersault, or not somersaults, but rocking. So touching the toes in front of us and behind. Make sure you're not going to run into any props. And then if you would like to, you can roll up into a plow or a shoulder stand. Some kind of inversion, just to let your blood change direction. So shoulder stand, you're going to be propping up your legs with your hands. Your elbows are going to try to walk towards each other. Make sure you don't have anything underneath your neck. And breathing. All right, just 10 more seconds in our inversion. And slowly come out. We'll do a little twist. You can take the knees into the chest, then drop over to the right, stretching the arms out, look over the left shoulder. And let's bring the knees back into the center and then drop them over to the left and look over the right shoulder. And then lay onto your back and bring your feet together into butterfly pose. If this feels like too much, you can put your blocks underneath your legs. Just give some support. You can bring your hands overhead and touch your hands together, giving your shoulders a little stretch. Breathing. And then when you're ready, you can stretch your legs out into Shavasana. So make sure you're warm enough. If you need to pull on a pair of socks, you can use your blanket as a little pillow. And just rest. Even just a 2-minute Shavasana is going to really help your body integrate all this hard work that we've done today. All right, one more breath. And slowly start wiggling your feet and your hands. You roll onto your side and then up. So let's do a check-in on the aftermath of our practice today. So come into a comfortable seated pose. Let's just close our eyes and check in with our emotional state. Check in on our thought patterns. And then remember our intention. All right, bring the hands together. Inhale. Om. And may the benefits of this practice benefit you and everyone you meet. Namaste.